Viewer discretion is advised.
What up, Heel Faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. I'm Dark Cordz. That's Draven Grimes. This marks our 1 year anniversary in this game. We started this a year ago, February of 2023. It's been a crazy year. We're going to look back on a couple of our favorite things, then we're going to get into some of our worst experiences in the wrestling business. We'll get into it right after this. Happy anniversary, brother.
Yes, sir. Actually, February 18th was the actual first date for HSP 001. Dude, it's been a long ass year. Been a great year.
Been a good year. Been a good year.
Ups and downs. Ups and downs. It was a little shaky towards the beginning. But yeah, very excited.
Yeah, definitely.
Congratulations. These prices ain't bad.
What you buying?
We will get into that when we get into our new sponsor.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we got a new sponsor to announce. We'll get to that. But first, I just wanted to kind of go over some of our favorite parts of the year as far as not only wrestling, but more specifically the podcast. You can throw some wrestling things in there too, but mostly podcast stuff. But either one from the past year.
Okay. Want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll give you one of my most memorable moments of the past year with the podcast. The April 23rd edition, which we named Draven's Backstory. That was the episode where right before we went on, I found out that my grandmother just passed. So that entire episode was dedicated to her. So that one will always live in my mind as one of the most memorable moments and probably the most emotional I'll probably ever be on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Even more than when we were sitting here and I was having to contemplate retiring because of the neck injury back in March.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely the most emotional episode from because the Bray one was really emotional, but it was just the fact that it was family, it was closer. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Definitely understand. So for me, if we're going back that far.
Well, you said the entire year.
Oh yeah, no. So I'm matching. We'll start from the beginning. My favorite early show, and I think I've mentioned this before. As far as the early days of the show, obviously the first couple of episodes, the audio was fucking garbage. Like, it's hard to listen to because God forbid they run an ad in the middle of it. You've got to have it so high up to hear us. The ad will break your fucking windshield. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
You ain't fucking wrong, man. And that's mostly on my end because I was having such shitty fucking equipment to work with. This was before I had any fucking audio. I was literally working on a 6-year-old phone.
Well, even me, even when I bought my first standalone camera and I wasn't just talking into the cam, the webcam, it took me a long time to figure out that I had to change the input. So there was probably 4 or 5 shows with a new mic that I was still talking to the same old bullshit mic because I hadn't switched the source.
Yeah. I remember that shit too.
Growing
I
pains.
think he figured it out right after we did the Andrew Mitchell interview, which is our first actual interview we conducted with an
Yep.
independent worker. And you called me the next day. He's like, "You won't fucking believe this. I am so stupid." And the first thing I thought was, he deleted the fucking footage. I swear to Christ. He's like, "No, the fucking mic. I've been fucking working the microphone around the whole time." I was like, you know, you could have just not fucking told me this at all and it'd been fucking fine. But no, your boy had to put himself out there, and I appreciate that. I do. But no, let's not do that again. But to be fair, this is coming from the same guy that went through 5 different mics before we finally landed on a good one.
Yeah.
Like I went through like 2 little like Type C mics. I went through like 2 headsets, and then I finally landed on like one fucking microphone that was half-ass decent. And then you're like, you know what? Fuck that. Here, take this.
Yeah.
Take this microphone.
For you guys out there looking to stream or podcast, you see the ones with like the Shure mics with the arms and everything. But if you just want one that stands on its own, this blue,
Yeah,
cannot beat that
thing
shit.
works. That thing works amazing.
Cannot beat it.
Obviously, I'm not on it tonight. My office is in disrepair. We'll probably get into that on as far as why I'm talking shit. So I'm back to my cell phone, but this is a new one. This one works fine. This is the one I've been using whenever I'm not on my laptop. So audio should be good. But yeah, I love that microphone you got me. Fucking love it.
Yeah, we gotta have the good shit.
I'll tell you a really good show that we did that I thoroughly enjoyed it, and we need to do another show like it. The Bray Wyatt episode.
Yeah, what I was getting to, honestly, when we took that tangent off to how shitty the audio was my favorite early podcast that we did was the Bray Wyatt episode.
Yes, that was such a great one.
It really was. It was, well thought out. The conversation flowed well. That was when I say, when I refer to things as finally clicking, like that episode clicked.
I would argue when we did our first top 10, the top 10 superstars or some shit like that, however we fucking phrased it. And I think it was at least 2 that I know of that we had on our list and in the same spot. There might have been 3. I don't remember. No, it was 2 because we did the giveaway with it like a month later. That's where I started feeling like we were clicking. We were just like starting to fucking meld and shit. And like off air, we can talk all the fucking time.
Yeah.
24/7. But like when we first started this and we were actually recording, we like just, I don't know, like nerves, butterflies, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Lot different than it is now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we can legitimately, which we do all the time, come on here, especially on talking shit, with nothing that we have planned to talk about, and we just start talking.
That's why we hired Thump.
Yeah, a dude can keep him and or his ass can keep the conversation going. There's no fucking doubt about that, dude's potent.
Dude, bringing Thump on to HSP in general has been one of the best decisions we've ever made.
Yeah.
Not just for talking shit, but for HSP, like the couple episodes we've done WIW with, our top 5 list, like all around, he's just been a great asset to the show. Awesome. As well as our other 2, Rip Ruiz, which is our 3rd member of TFK, who was supposed to be on here, but he had family plans, so can't really be too mad. But we'll deal with him next weekend. You're still coming, right? As far
Unless some shit, I gotta see, because it seems like we have a competition every fucking weekend for the next little while. Maybe we skipped one. I'll definitely let you know though.
Yeah. Because I'd love to get all 3 of us together just to fucking bullshit her after a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if it's a kid's birthday party that I'm having to cook and slave and shit for. And then of course our female correspondent Della Rosa, who, when she can, comes on WIW and gives the women's portion. Which, if it has anything to do with Jordan Grace, Della might as well just leave that the fuck alone, because your boy Dark over there
I
has
got it covered.
on fucking lock.
I got that shit covered. Yes, sir.
That motherfucker knows. That motherfucker knows down to the fucking minute that she posts. It's fucking freaky.
Yeah,
borderline disturbing.
It's not that bad. Thanks for making me sound like a fucking serial killer or something.
That's why you use the Draven's G spot to fucking blame me for our OnlyFans.
Fuck. Before we go any further, like I said, this is our 1 year anniversary doing this show. We've loved every second of it. We really enjoy doing what we do and bringing you hopefully at least some levity and some fun to help you through your day sometimes. If you could, I normally don't ask this. Almost 99% of the time I do not ask this. But if you feel like sending us a little anniversary present, there is a link in the description to our Streamlabs tip center. Be grateful for that, or you can subscribe anywhere you're watching. You can subscribe on Trovo, you can subscribe on Kick, Twitch, Rumble, or if you're listening to the podcast, the link for the donations is in the description. Like I said, I probably won't do this again until next anniversary, but I'm hoping some of y'all send some anniversary presents our way.
Even if you don't want to send a donation, go hit up the merch site. We got TFK stuff, we got HSP stuff. It's all on there for a great affordable price. It's top quality merchandise, and you're helping out your boys, and you're getting something out of it. So if you don't want to do the donation, go to the merch site, buy some merch.
Yep.
Oh, we didn't do it right. Hold
on. The merch
is
beautiful.
All right, I got it out of my system.
All right, so before we keep going into our memories, I want to introduce you guys to our newest sponsor, Havoc Energy Drink. Energy drink for gamers and streamers by gamers and streamers. Everything you need in this. Got your B vitamins. Got a good dose of creatine to help that mind work quick, win some more games, and all the caffeine you could need. If you go to our link in the description, or go to tryhavocenergy.com and enter the code HSP10 at checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. I'm really excited about this. Coolest thing about this is there's 0 calories and let me find those. Has 0 sugar, 5 calories, no artificial ingredients. Like I said, a good dose of creatine to keep that mind sharp. So go to tryhavocenergy.com and enter code HSP10 at checkout for 10% off. Or you can check out the link in the description if you're on one of the services that have links in the description. And it's right there, Havoc Energy Drink. Just click the link. You don't have to enter the code anymore. Just use the link and enjoy. So thank you, Havoc Energy Drink. We just got the word on that today, so my presentation of your product will get smoother. But yeah, really excited to try it. I got some coming. So yeah, check them out. Havoc Energy Drink. So
they actually have a free sample that you can order. If you use our code HSP10, you'll get free shipping. So it'll be absolutely free for you to get a free sample. I just got my order in. I will have a product update on that when I get it in, and yeah, it'll be good shit. Can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got the lemon flavor coming.
Yeah, I got the little sample pack with the
Did
both.
you already get it in?
No. I
Oh,
got
you
it
ordered
coming.
it. Okay.
So yeah,
That's like, you son of a bitch.
yeah, really excited about that. So
Yeah, it's pretty good.
absolutely. All right. So, like I said, my favorite early episode was the Bray Wyatt episode, which I cleverly titled "Is Bray Wyatt the the biggest
The biggest push killer.
push killer?" Yeah, because it was true, man. For a while, he he killed. Thank God, LA Knight was talented enough to come back from it, but he killed
Yeah.
LA Knight's push. Completely killed it. Um. So yeah. So what else you got?
Um, let's see. We're talking about early days.
Oh, whatever.
I remember us starting this, and I wish to God that we finished. But you remember booking shit?
Yeah. There's a couple of
Yeah.
things that we tried that we didn't
It
carry
just
on.
Well, it didn't. It just didn't catch on. I thought booking shit would actually come on a little bit better. I guess it's
Yeah.
because I was just marking out too much.
Well, not only that, but it was like something that we had to try to do every single week and keep up with the WWE, pay-per-view schedule and shit like that. Like it was time consuming, I guess.
Yeah, it was. Let's see. Let's see. How about our first roundtable?
Yeah, the first TFK roundtable was very cool.
Back when I was being cordial about the fourth one.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about that? Well, not about being cordial to that, but
about the redheaded stepchild.
busted.
Sorry, I was just finishing on my order. I apologize. My bad. Making sure it went through. So I'll get short term. As a lot of people know, TFK was actually a 4-man group, which is why. Where the fuck's my camera? There, 1, 2, 3, 4. This fucking phone has fucking cameras on every side. It's fucking weird. Don't get a flip phone if you're trying to record shit. I love my phone though. So yeah, we were originally a 4-man group, and February of last year, I took a claymore and jacked my neck up again, and I had to go through a couple of doctors, and eventually get told, you need to take some time off to get it fixed, or you're never going to be able to work again. So, with that being said, I wouldn't say TFK got pushed to the back burner while we were working HSP more, but I was trying to work within my means, so I didn't have to bump or risk injury or anything like that until I got cleared again. And well, you were very understanding of it. Obviously, you're my best friend, and Rip was also very understanding of it because he was doing stuff. I think he was still doing stuff with the dojo at the time. So, and they weren't really like, bring your group in and shit like that. Let's do our own storylines and don't mention it, right? Also, I'm still very congested from the Florida snow. So if I have to stop and breathe, I apologize.
For you non-Floriders, that means this thick yellow pollen that falls out of whatever fucking trees we have here.
Every fucking tree. So yeah, I'm stuffed up from that. And ankle kind of. So anyway, Rip's off doing his own thing. You're like, if we're not tagging, then I don't want to fucking do it. So I was like, cool, let's just focus on the podcast. And we'll still push TFK as we can. Well, our fourth one, I guess, was like, well, if they're not going to do anything, fuck them. Well, I'll go do my own thing over here. And at first, he was very fucking respectful about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I kind of want to focus on my own thing with my music and work, and you know, I just ain't got time to commit to the group, and he just wants to bow out. Which at the time we all understood. You know, we all heard him out. We all was, you know, appreciative that he came to us and at the time like a man, and you know, told us what was what, and we wished him well, and he wished us well, and we moved on. Come to find out, what was about 3-4 weeks, a little over a month later.
Was it that long?
Well, for me it was, and that's when I messaged you about it.
Then that was the earliest I
Rip,
knew about it too.
and Rip didn't know about it until after we told him. But there's a rival group. I say rival, we're all friends.
Yeah, we're all friends, but
there was another group of guys.
kayfabe rivals.
Yeah, kayfabe rivals. My neck still fucking hurts, fucker. We'll get into that later. But there's a rival group called Royalty, and come to find out, he basically just cut ties and jumped ship, which at the time really fucking rubbed me the wrong fucking way. You know what I mean? Like, especially in Rip's situation, and I wish he was here to speak on it more. But we did on the second round table. So if you want to hear what he has to say about it, go find TFK Roundtable 2. He will, and just find where we were talking about it there. But long story short, Rip was very embarrassed about it. He was very ashamed. He was very upset, which we all were at the time. That, you know, he came to us and wanted to help push this kid.
Right.
And I know you were fucking dead set against it, because you already had an idea in mind for a fourth guy if we ever needed one.
Right.
Which, I mean, that's still not off the table. Just saying. But, you know, we was like, okay, give him a chance, whatever. And, you know, just for him to do what he did, and I feel like he lied to us about it.
Yeah, he definitely did.
He covered it up as best he could until it came out. Which, I mean, where he's at now, cool. Glad for him. I mean, he's working. He's working for a couple of companies I wouldn't fucking step foot in again. But I mean, he's still working. I mean, even here or there. And you know, I've let time pass, and you know, I've talked to him personally. You know, I've said my piece about it. He said his piece about it. We shook hands and we walked away. So from that, I'm just gonna let that sleeping dog lie, Wolfie. But yeah,
Wolf dog.
hey, they did win the NXT tag title, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, very proud of them.
Yep. So yeah, I that was a interesting episode.
What the fuck were we talking about again? Before I went on the whole Wolfie tangent.
Well, we were talking about the TFK Roundtable.
We were talking about something else.
Our favorite, our memories from this year, and you went.
Oh, well, besides that, but it's been a long day.
I don't know. I don't remember either.
The glasses are coming off. You better watch before the cut comes off.
my something I thought was really cool that we tried to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what we were going to do. We were going to talk about segments and shows that we had started and hadn't picked up, and we went through.
Yeah.
We went through.
Excuse me.
Book and shit. How that kind of fizzled apart.
Yeah.
But we had I thought it was a brilliant idea. A show called Call and Shit. Where
okay, let me stop you there. I sincerely thought that was going to go off more. We just couldn't make time to record the necessary amount of episodes.
Right.
Even when we made them Patreon exclusives.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, what we do, 2 or 3? And I thought we got good numbers with them.
I mean, decent. We got shit numbers for everything back then. But
well, this is also coming from the guy that went, we got 10 downloads today. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. That first 10 download day was the shit.
Dude. Isn't that the day we went out to fucking Chili's or some shit to eat?
Probably.
Or, like every fucking milestone, we fucking like first 5 downloads, we were cheering. 10. The first day we had 100 downloads, we did go to Chili's to fucking celebrate. Such fucking marks.
Hey, man,
And now,
you gotta
now
celebrate.
anything less than what 1,200, we're like, what the fuck's going on?
No, anything less than $2,000, I'm like, that's a shit day.
Oh, see, that's how long it's been since I've asked for numbers. That's another thing you got aggravated with every fucking day.
Dude, I still watch it every day.
No, I'm talking about me. Like, how's the numbers?
Oh,
Now I just ask like every couple weeks.
yeah. I let you know if something bad happens, but other than that, it's just...
Yeah. Anyway, back to calling shit.
Yeah. So, and guys, I kind of want some of y'all's feedback. We made a show called Call-In Shit, where we would use iconic fight scenes from movies, but call them like we're commentating, doing commentary on a wrestling match.
I did the worst Jim Cornette expression ever.
Yes, you did. But I loved that episode, that Kong, the
Kong and
Kong,
Skullcrawler.
Kong and Skullcrawler. Yeah, we did the Kong and Skullcrawler. Then we did
We did the apartment fight from The Protector,
yep.
where he just went up the fucking stairs the whole time. That was my fucking favorite one. And I think we started to do the Matrix one.
Yeah, I don't think we got to that.
Well, we started it, and we just, I think I had internet troubles that day, and we just never got around to it for a full episode.
Right. But yeah, no, that was really fun. You can still find at least, I think definitely the first one at least still on our YouTube page. The Kong versus Skull Crusher.
Skullcrawler. I tell you what we do. Let's re-release that on all our streaming and let everybody take it to a vote if they want us to do it again. If we can get what's a reasonable number? 1,000? 2,000?
Yeah.
If we can get at least 2,000 views, maybe 500 likes or some shit like that, and it don't have to be the YouTube, just like wherever the fuck we are, we'll fucking do the math ourselves.
Yeah.
We can get at least 2,000 views on it and like 500 likes wherever the fuck it is. We'll fucking restart it. Because especially with the new Godzilla Kong movies coming out and all these fucking summer blockbuster hits from last year, there's plenty of shit for us to call.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm down for it. I will fucking make time for that.
And then let's see. We also had a segment on HSP every week called "That's Heel Shit," and
dude, I missed that.
I'm going to bring that back.
Please do.
Starting next Thursday on Heel Shit, we will have a "That's Heel Shit" segment, and what that is we find a real life story where people did quote unquote heel shit, like what we would do outside the wrestling ring, bad guy stuff. Like I think we had one where
fuck, there was so many. We had that going for a good 3-4 months.
Like one of the tamest ones were dudes fishing in a tournament and then putting weights down their gullets to weigh more to cheat to win. And that was that was the most realistic heel shit, because that was just a straight up cheat to win scenario. I think we had one where one where somewhere in Scotland, this old man went to meet a 13-year-old girl he was talking to on the internet. Yeah. And instead, it was that girl's parent, her dad, and he beat the living fuck out of that pedo. Oh my god, that was so funny. We had the video on that too. This motherfucker, this sick fuck was walking around the bend like he was about to snatch some 14-year-old girl, and got an ass whooping instead. That's heel shit. That's
wouldn't even
heel
talk.
shit.
No, dude. That's the daddy doing a baby face turn. I hate to tell you. Ain't one motherfucker gonna boo that motherfucker.
Still, whatever it is, badass shit.
There was one. There was one I brought up. Woman catches ex with another man, cuts man's dick off and shoves it down his throat or some shit like that.
Oh yeah,
It was in Canada or something.
yeah.
Yeah, that was.
We had a few segments like that. So yeah, I'm gonna start bringing that back.
Yeah, do that. I miss those. I'll be honest. I completely forgot about them until you brought it up. We just get so buried in all this work, dude. Like a lot of people think we just go on here an hour a night, 3 times a week, and we just talk shit. No, there's a lot of fucking behind the scenes work.
Mm.
A lot of fucking 9 times out of 10, if I'm home and I'm not doing something for the kids or my wife, I'm on this thing. Constantly trying to fucking research shit.
All right, rapid fire. We're spent too much time on this. I want to get to the worst things. Rapid fire things that stick out from the year for you.
Ricky Banderas.
100% ditto. Next.
Shane Mercer.
Yep.
The promo battle with me and Billy on HSP.
That was fun.
That was great. Roundtable number 3 when we had Pump come on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all soap and jerk to each other. Top 5 tag teams when we had Thump come on as well. That was his first top 5.
That was
amazing.
fun. That was fun.
He despised us for putting the Dudleys number 1. Despised us. Let's see what else. Well, I mean, it's circling around the Billy as well, but the Bray Wyatt tribute show.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Yeah, that was a rough show.
And even though I've yet to go back and listen to it, but I know the significance of it, the Vince McMahon episode we did about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. That's by far our highest viewed video. It's not even close. 3 times as many as the second most.
And it's the most disturbing one we've done.
Yeah.
All right, rapid fire for you. Go.
All right, so I agree with all those. I really enjoyed our top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time.
Yep.
Top 10 best wrestlers. What? Which one was? God damn it, Draven. God damn it.
Where did you go?
I don't know. It wasn't favorite because I think it was our personal top 10s, regardless of if they are our favorite, because I know I pulled out.
It was our personal top 10, yes. And number 5 for both of us was John Cena, and number 2 for both of us was Stone Cold.
Right. And who did I pull out from? What was that? The list that I had Dory Funk Jr. on, and
yeah, you had him at number 9 or some shit.
And then the dude that held the belt for 7 or 8 years,
Bruno
was on that one of those lists too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun list. Non-wrestling, non-podcast thing. I mean, of course, the interviews. All the interviews this year have been great. Black Dahlia, Shane Mercer, Mil Muertes, Ricky Banderas. Great interviews. Always a good time.
We had Cobra Singh on him too, didn't we?
Yep, we had Cobra Singh.
Andrew Mitchell. We had a couple of indie guys on here. Yeah, all great talents.
Mm-hmm. All right, so outside of in actual wrestling, first out of state match, first out of state tag championship.
Still got him, by the way.
Yep. So that wraps up my rapid fire.
As far as wrestling goes, the tag match we had with Wendell and Andrew back in February.
Mm-hmm.
Even though my neck got injured, still one of my favorite matches we've done. Both CityCon, the show that you weren't there in Jacksonville, that me and Wolfie had to do a tag team. That was fun until Low-Key showed up. We're not getting into that right now. My first out-of-state match with Billy, where I debuted like the new version of Draven. That was fucking great. Got over Lucky Charms every fucking where. And of course, our second tag team championship, our first one out of state. Looking to make that 3 times in the next couple months, maybe 4. But yeah, that's my rapid fire as far as wrestling.
All right, cool. Well, let's throw it to Stripe Pig Gummies real quick, and when we get back, we'll get into our worst experiences. What up, Heel Faction? Tonight's episode is brought to you in part by Stripe Pig Delta 9 THC Gummies. They come in 30 packs, 10 milligrams each, with some really good flavors. Check this out. They have the watermelon vodka flavored, which is delicious, and my personal favorite, the strawberry kiwi vodka flavored. So good. Use the link in our description or in the panels surrounding the video. You get free shipping on all orders. Free shipping. In addition, if you get 4 of these, you get this dope Stripe Pig beanie absolutely free. I love the logo. It's a nice little striped pig. So check the link in the description box or the panels surrounding the video for free shipping. THC Delta 9 Stripe Pig Gummies. Enjoy it. Now let's get back to the show. Thank you, local Stripe Pig Gummies, for sponsoring the podcast.
Thank you for keeping him sane on those long ass road trips.
Hey man, man's gotta do what a man's gotta do.
Sorry, I just sneezed and half of my brain's on the ground over here, and I think an eyeball fell out over here. I got that back on though. It's a little dirty. Whew. Trying to get myself cleared back up. But worst experiences. Now, when I said this to you, I didn't mean just like of the past year or on HSP. I meant like
No, forever.
Your entire career.
Yeah, forever. Yeah, absolutely.
And since I'm always the one starting shit, you're going to start this one.
All right. So my worst experience. I'm going to start at the beginning. All right.
Well, that's not fair. Dealing with Dory's wife. That's like a step above everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to win this conversation.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so a little backstory on me. I was trained by Dory Funk Jr., and if you don't know who Dory Funk Jr. is, what the fuck are you doing with your life? But since I'm generous, I'll tell you. He was one of the longest reigning NWA world champions of all time. He comes from, obviously, the Funk dynasty. Terry Funk is his brother. They were a great tag team, legendary tag team. Terry Funk was more of the brawler, and Dory Funk Jr. was the poetry in motion. He wrestled. Slick transitions, slick holds.
If you need a modern day example, Randy would probably be the closest you'll get.
Yeah, just for his overall smoothness. Nothing looks out of pace. Nothing looks botched. Just smooth. So anyway, he has trained some of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He trained Kurt Angle. He trained Lita. He trained... I don't fucking know. The list goes on and on.
He trained Dark Cordz.
Yeah.
He trained Andrew Mitchell.
Yeah. So, and if you ask anybody in the industry, what do you think of Dory Funk Jr.? They all say the same thing. Great man. I love Dory to death. Dory is one of, and it really is true. Dory is one of the best dudes there is. Like he loves teaching. When I was there, he was in his late 70s, and he couldn't get in the ring and do what he used to do, but he was still there imparting the knowledge. great psychologist in the ring. So, but conversely, if you were to ask all those same people, what do you think of Marty Funk, who is Dory's wife? They all say the same thing as well. And they say she's a cunt. Because that's fucking true. So Marty Funk is the biggest cunt I've ever met in my life. Okay? First of all,
I'm listening.
oh my god, there's
I mean,
too much to like. I was doing a F5 on. This is just an example of how she flips her shit. I was doing the F5 to Andrew, and I held on to the back of his head a little too long, and he wound up bloodying his lip a little bit.
oh, not Andrew.
Yeah, I felt way worse than he did. Okay, let's just. I was hurt worse than he was. But she flipped her shit every time from that point forward. I would do a lifting move. She would scream like she's never seen anyone botch something before. Every time I'd go in a match, she'd be like, "And don't lift people over your head." I proceeded to do it every single fucking time, but
I mean, that's kind of your thing.
she was crazy. So this is what happened to make it one of the worst experiences of my career.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the worst experience of my wrestling career. We had an issue where I was either hurt or sick. It was during COVID, but I don't think I had COVID. There was some issue where I had to pull out of a match that she had going on in Jacksonville with another promotion.
Was it Chump 7?
Uh-huh.
Fuck. How did I know?
Something happened, and I couldn't make the show. And I don't think it was last minute. I think it was at least a week out. And she bitched me up and down. And that was back when I was still, green as shit and wanting everybody to like me. And, what could she do to fuck my career up? All this nonsense that you worry about that never happens.
Right.
So she did something. She kicked me out of the school because I missed that event. Fast forward a couple of months. I'm
sorry. Is it Dory Funk School or is it Marty Funk School?
Right. Exactly. Fast forward a couple of months, and that same promotion that I had to miss that show on was the first one to pick me up. Like, so obviously I did it correctly. I didn't I didn't do it in the wrong way, because the very promotion she kicked me out for missing were my first professional matches.
Right.
So I'm I'm doing a couple of shows with this promotion, and then all of a sudden I hear from the owner that Marty has been texting him, threatening that I better not be on his show. She said I was the one who introduced you guys, and everything's supposed to go through me, and you're not supposed to wrestle anywhere closer than 90 miles from our school for this amount of time. And then she went off the fucking deep end. She told him not to trust me because I always have illegal drugs in my bag at wrestling shows, and that she was going to have the cops come and do a search. And
drugs,
illegal drugs
in general,
in a locker room, bro. Now, just in case you guys don't know, I'm a licensed attorney in good standing. I don't have a criminal record. I don't have drug busts. I don't have any history in rehab, no drug addiction, no nothing. And this bitch is telling somebody who is employing me that I'm going to have illegal drugs in his locker room. So I sent her a text message, and based on what I said in the text message, I have never heard another peep from her. You don't slander somebody and have it in text. Like, she didn't just say it over the phone. She sent it in a text.
Defamation of character.
Yeah, absolutely. So
you could have owned her ass.
Like, owned what? They could barely pay the rent on the fucking...
Maybe you could have got them two divorced and Dory would be a lot happier now.
Probably would. Yeah, so that's my first bad experience in wrestling. Right out the fucking gate.
You see, I have not to the extent of dealing with somebody like Marty. Mine was, and I have two, so we'll get this one out the way, and the most obvious one will be my next one.
Sure.
But I brought it on myself very early on, and you know Kid Hollywood, you know Ronnie. He was there for all of this, and he's the one that kind of set me down. Let me get started. So, if anybody's gone back and watched the LCCW promos between me and David Rogers, that was all based on factual history. I did walk into the arena. I did shake his hand. I told him what I wanted to be. Like, all that's true. So, skip 8 months. After 6 months, they said I was good to start working. And, I started developing this cocky attitude. I'm top shit. I know everything. You can't tell. I was a fucking mark for myself. And I had under 5 matches. Okay. So I went to a show. I got booked. So I went to the show. And it's a cross promotion thing, because the company I was working for had a good working relationship with a different company, CCW. Chris Turner's CCW, so that should tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked the show. I worked a guy who, let's say he's been in 15, 16 years. And I'm still under 1 year, right? And I was heel. And, I'm always told heel calls the match. Well, I was told to follow his lead that night, and that didn't sit well with me. So it turned into a complete clusterfuck. We're both trying to call shit. Neither one of us is wanting to listen, blah, blah, blah. Well, I hate to fucking do it. It's the only time I've ever accidentally hurt somebody. I put a cross arm breaker on the dude. And I didn't know how to do a working cross arm breaker. I only knew how to do a shoot one.
Okay.
And for those of you that don't know, when you do a cross arm breaker, you're supposed to bend the arm this way. So it's easy to fucking work on, right? Yeah, I didn't. I had it straight over this way, almost like a Kimura. and I popped his elbow out completely by accident because I really didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just fucking stuck in the moment. Well, got to the back, and I'm still fucking like adrenaline rushed. I'm not fucking caring about him or anything like that, which again, that's on me. I did it to my fucking self.
Mm.
At least go check on the dude if you hurt the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fucking rule number one, right? Did not fucking do that. I'm more worried about, getting my shit on, getting out. Well, Kid Hollywood comes over, Ronnie. He says, "Hey man, you messed him up pretty good." I was like, "No, he's just selling. He's fine." I was like, "Dude, his elbow bone is out of his skin. You fucked him up."
Oh shit.
We're like, you're joking with me, whatever. I didn't take nothing seriously. So I just got my shit and I went home. Didn't bother tearing down. I'm thinking I'm top shit. I got my pay and I fucking left, right? Go to training the next week. I'm locked out. They changed the fucking locks on the goddamn gym. So I call them. They're like, "Hey, I'm here. My key's not working." "Yeah, we know." And hung up on me. Like, the fuck?
Oh.
So I call Ronnie. I'm like, "Hey, are you at training?" He's like, "No, I'm just not getting off work." Like, "Dude, they changed the locks on the fucking gym." He's like, "Yeah, I know. Why didn't you fucking tell me? You got my key?" "No, they don't want you there anymore. You're dangerous." "What are you talking about? I told you. You fucked the dude's arm up. He's having to have surgery to get it fucking fixed. You fucked him up." And like at that point, I was like, "No, I thought you were fucking with me, right?" So now I'm beating on the fucking door, like just screaming for the booker. And he comes out after about 10 minutes. He's like, "Kid, you fucked up. There's nothing I can do about that. Go home." Like, I can't fucking train. I can't do nothing. Like, no, we don't want you here at all. You're too fucking dangerous. You didn't fucking do what we told you to do. If you can't fucking do what we tell you to do, what the fuck are you going to do when you're out there on your own in another fucking locker room? Dude, they're going to fuck you up for doing that to one of their guys. Go home. So I went home. And I went home for 6 fucking months, dude. I was blackballed. No promotion would fucking call me. No promotion would answer a fucking Facebook message, email, text, nothing. I was completely fucking blackballed, right? So at that point, I just started like sitting down. I was like, it's really not even fucking worth trying again, right? I already hurt this dude. So I reached out to the guy. And at first he didn't want to fucking talk, which was understandable because, I kind of cost him 8 months of his fucking life. But I was like, "Listen, if you want to meet me somewhere and you want to beat the fuck out of me, you want to break my arm, do whatever the fuck you want to do, get even, do it. I don't care. I can't fucking do this anymore." He's like, "Dude, the only thing I ever wanted from you was a fucking apology. And it took you 6 months to fucking call me. Why did you call me?" Because I felt guilty about it the whole fucking time, but the whole time I was still like, I'm cocky shit. I don't have to fucking apologize for stuff. I did the whole quote unquote backyarding shit for years. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I did apologize to him. He said, I want to meet you face to face in public. That way you're not worried about getting your ass beat. And I want to talk." I said, "That's fair. When?" And, we set it up. And it was at a restaurant where there was a lot of people around. So we sat down, we talked. I paid for his bill, all $150. Mm-hmm. That motherfucker was fucking expensive. He got top quality shit, everything. And we talked. And we hashed out everything. And he's like, "Let me make a phone call." So he called the promoter that, I was doing the training and shit with. In about 3 weeks, I didn't hear nothing. So I figured, it's fucking done there with. But I get a text from Ronnie. He says, "Give me a call, bud." And, we talk off and on. We're just like small talk. So I figured something was wrong. Like, "What's up, man? Something going on?" He's like, How quick can you get to the gym? What gym? The training center, you idiot. I don't know, 45 minutes? Get here now. So I get there and I walk in, the entire fucking locker room standing in the ring. I had to go and apologize to each and every fucking one of them, all 30 something people, referees, workers, security, vendors, all of them. Like, I fucked up their friend's arm and, you know, I had no fucking remorse for it, right?
Right.
So I'm having to fucking start fucking over. So I did that. I publicly apologized to everybody, you know, and they said, we'll give you a chance to come back, but you got to start from the very fucking bottom. That means street team, throwing flyers, working security, set up, tear downs, whatever. I said, I'll fucking do it. And for 3 months, that's what I did. I didn't get to fucking train. I didn't get to do shit. I had to start over like I was never fucking there. I was
Right.
treated like I was never fucking there. And I eventually worked my way back up. And that was the first time in as far as my career where I was humbled and I understood that no matter how smart I think I am, I still need to act like I'm the dumbest one in the room.
Yeah, absolutely.
And from there, you know, I started making progress and shit. And then I started working matches and, you know, it just carried on from there. But that was, to me, the most horrible experience starting out is me hurting somebody, not realizing the repercussions of what would happen throughout the business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can definitely see. Yeah.
And, you know, that's when I see all these, you know, these greenhorns going out there and doing the same shit. Ty, you know, he's the perfect fucking example because he's doing the same shit I did. And, you know, I'm always trying to sit him down. Well, I used to sit him down like, kid, listen, you're doing the same fucking mistake I did.
Right.
You're going to fucking hurt somebody or yourself and you're going to fuck yourself over. Calm the fuck down. Be a little more fucking respectful and you'll get a lot further than you are. And, you know, I've had this conversation with a kid, what, 30 times in the past 2 years?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, you know, I've heard through the grapevine he's kind of chilled out with that recent arrest thing. So, you know, hopefully that humbled him enough to, I guess, hit his version of breaking the dude's arm and
Yeah.
having to start over. I have one more. Did you have another one?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, just a quick minor one. It really was a bummer when LCCW went out of business.
Not my fault.
No, of course not. I enjoyed working there. I mean, it was usually very small crowds, but we were featured quite a bit. It was where our group came together for the first time. You know, that promotion had a lot of significance. It was run by someone of questionable business acumen, but
That's getting nice.
yeah. So on to the other major one
Matter of fact,
was
look what I got. I still got it.
nice. The other major one, I guess, would be what just happened with Bill Gamble.
Yeah, that's not the story I was going to tell, but go, please do.
Yeah, and it got realer after it. It's like, so we went to Alabama the first time. We wrestled there. Well, Draven had went once. Then we went as a tag team. Went back as a tag team. Won the belts. So we won the belts in November.
Yep.
The next scheduled show was December 2nd, a Saturday. This Saturday, December 2nd.
Yes.
And the reason that will become significant, that's why I restated. But it was also a benefit show for a young lady that has an illness of some kind. While I make a good amount of money sometimes it doesn't come in exactly on the first.
Right.
So this was one of the times, and I was down to my last $50, expecting to have gotten paid on the first. Now I
Mhm.
know I gotta wait till at least Tuesday. You know, so there's no way I can make this trip. There's no way we can do this trip. So I very
And
candidly,
let me go ahead and preface this that I tried every which way to crunch the numbers on my end
oh sure,
to try to make it fucking work. Like
absolutely,
even if we like skip out on the hotel and came straight home, but there was still the gas, there was still food, there was still like emergency provisions in case
right,
something happened. Like it just was not going to happen unless we were both in on the pot.
right. Um,
Continue.
so it'll become him blaming the money issue, but it had nothing to do because the money that we get paid there.
Yes.
That money helps get back. That money doesn't help get there. Getting
Yeah.
there was the impossibility.
Mhm. And also, let's remember the same weekend, our third was in the hospital with full blown pneumonia.
That's true. Rip was in. He came. We had some live video here of that Thursday. He
Uh-huh.
was in the hospital bed, just looking like all kinds
Yeah.
of death.
Yeah.
So, there's that. So anyway, we were very candid. We went directly to Bill. We said, this is the problem, and I'm sorry, we just can't do it. He sent us like a 7-minute voice message back saying how he completely understands how you got to take care of your family before wrestling, and if you can, we've all ran into money problems. Like he just went
Mhm.
on and on saying
And
that he understood.
I even offered to send the belts back if you want to strip us over. Like we felt like shit because this is legitimately the second time in my career in 14 years that I've ever had to not show up on a show,
Right,
ever had to fall out on a show. Any other time, whether I was sick or hurt, I've always, honored my fucking bookings.
absolutely.
But I was like, you know, if you want to strip us of the belts and you want them back, I will find a way to get them to you. We completely understand if you don't want us back, yada yada yada. And it was all, you're good. Everything's great. We understand your situation. Take care of your family. Take care of each other. And we'll see you in February. And we
Hmm.
thought everything was fucking Gucci.
Yeah, the next show was February. It was
February 3rd.
yeah. So we
Yeah.
were we were good to go. So we then find out because he announced, I guess, before the February show that they were not running any more shows.
It was actually right before Christmas.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because our show was supposed to be December 2nd.
Yeah.
So
Because remember, I was putting together the little highlight thing of all the workers giving a Merry Christmas. And
hmm
it was the same day that shit happened.
yeah. So come to find out that he really wasn't okay that we missed that show.
Uh-uh.
Like he represented he was. He
Uh-uh.
had been talking about how I guess X amount of money isn't good enough to bring those guys out for a benefit show. They're trying to take money out of this girl's pocket, all this shit. And it's like, dude, it was a benefit.
We're,
First of all, we would
we're a
have done a
bunch of
benefit show
liars.
for like half of that.
Yeah.
Um,
We're a bunch of liars. We were all in the same room sending messages together.
yeah,
The most petty shit.
the most petty shit. So we're like, fuck it, fuck you. You run your mouth about us, and then we come to find out that his plan for the February show was to have us defend our titles against a mystery opponent, and then once we get in the ring, him send out 6 guys to beat us down. A 6-on-2 beat down the hard way. And if you don't know wrestling jargon, the hard way means
We fighting.
we fighting for reals. We fighting for reals.
I'm throwing blows.
So at that point,
These
I'm
motherfucking seat balls are getting dirty.
fucking livid. Like Draven will tell you, my temper is you don't want to be around
It's a
when my
short
temper's.
fuse once it fucking gets set. But the thing is,
So anyway,
does
sorry.
did he really think that was going to fucking fly with the locker room when we fucking, made friends with everybody there? Does he really think they're just going to fucking beat the shit out of us? Number one.
We didn't think that at the time, but when I continue my part, we'll get.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll
So
shut up.
see, we pretty much everywhere that we go, the locker room likes and respects us. All right, we carry ourselves professionally. We treat everybody professionally. We've been locker room leaders in several places.
Mhm.
We're usually a bit older than the young 20 something kids that are doing these shows a lot of the times.
Right,
So it just comes with the territory, seniority, XYZ.
Yeah.
So we were talking amongst ourselves, and we were like, and we were even talking to some other guys in the locker room, and we were like, what did would any of you guys have done that? And they're like, no, of course not. I told him to go fuck himself. No, we're like, that's crazy. Nobody in the locker room would have come to cross us. Come to find out that we weren't the first that he was running this little experiment on. Apparently, he had a tag team that comes with a female valet come in, and
From New York,
from
on
New
their
York.
dime.
Yep. And he didn't use the wrestlers in his locker room to do it. He brought in 6 dudes that nobody had ever seen before, and they worked the fuck out of these guys. Not just the guys, they beat up the chick too.
And she got legitimately injured.
They fucked all of them up, including the girl.
Yep.
And once I heard that shit got fucking real. All right. And if I see that motherfucker again, if I ever lay eyes on Bill Gamble again, he's gonna wish he had 6 motherfuckers with him. And even then, it wasn't gonna be enough. I'm gonna fucking tear him limb from limb.
Oh, don't forget the lawsuit.
Fuck the lawsuit.
Don't forget that.
Oh yeah. God damn it.
So apparently, he unblocked us and messaged us about a early-ish January, maybe mid-January, playing stupid like we don't know any fucking thing. And this is after we recorded a show about it, and we had eyewitness accounts and shit like that come up on it, wanting the belts back. And I sent him the message that we got sent of him talking the shit, admitting to the 6-on-2 shit, admitting that we're going to get shot on. And, he act like he didn't fucking see it. So I messaged him and I said, I ain't giving you a fucking thing until you explain why the fuck you thought you were going to jump us and get away with it. And he went on this whole tirade of everybody's lying. He's the only one telling the truth. He was doing what he thought was best. He just wants the belts back. He'll pay for the shipping. He'll do this. He'll do that. Blah, blah, blah. So, and this is right before we were going to go up to Dothan for another show. So I said,
for a different promotion.
Different promotion. Better promotion. A lot better promotion. I love the promotion we work with now. Great guys all around. But I was like, listen here. You live in Dothan. We're going to be in Dothan on this date. Come to this address, which was the mall of the town. We'll be in the parking lot at this time. with your belts. We will gladly hand these belts over. We still got them now because he didn't fucking show up. And the only thing he had to do was hear what the fuck we had to say. What did he do with that? He blocked me, went to a mutual fucking friend, and basically told him to tell me that expect something from his attorney, to my response of giving him my attorney's fucking email, which my mutual friend did. And he responded with, the link doesn't work. Now, Dark, how fucking backwards do you have to be able to click a fucking link and it not work? When the motherfucker's email has been used for a very long time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, email works. Email's just
email
fine.
works just fine. We confirmed it.
Yeah, so he didn't show up. And he better never show his fucking face around anywhere I'm at.
Yep.
Because I will rip his leg off and then beat his cunt wife to death with it. Hey guys, it was about this time that the weather knocked my power out. So we were about 5 minutes left of the show, and unfortunately we couldn't finish it. But I hope you enjoyed the episode up to this point, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for understanding. Bye.